Okay, now that we've talked about the three different schools of thought on essential oils, let's talk about those three different methods of use. First, aromatic. Did you know that synthetic fragrance has been shown to cause allergies, migraine headaches, hyperactivity in children, lack of focus in both kids and adults, and even skin issues and hormone disruption? It's truly terrible, toxic stuff, and it's in everything. Pick up any personal care product in your home, and the ingredients list will likely include the word fragrance. That means chemicals. I've always been very sensitive to fragrances. If I, get in an elevator and someone has been in there wearing strong cologne in the last 3 days, I get an instant headache. So I was really nervous when I first got my essential oils that I wouldn't be able to stand the smell of them. They would make me feel sick. What I learned is that I am sensitive to synthetic fragrance. Pure essential oils are refreshing, energizing, comforting, but I can spot a synthetic fragrance a mile away. It drives me crazy, all of the products out there today that are marketed as containing essential oils or labeled as totally natural, but the ingredients list reads fragrance. They're not required to disclose the ingredients of those fragrances to you, and they are not at all obligated to tell you where they got their essential oils from to put into that organic body butter. What I love about essential oils is that every oil you use is a chemical you are not using. You can replace all the things you use to scent your home by diffusing essential oils into the air. We call this aromatic use. You can also just smell your oils straight from the bottle, which is the cheapest way by far to use your oils because it doesn't actually use your oils. You can add your oils to a piece of jewelry that has leather or absorbent material or clay or lava rock stones as beads. The absorbent pieces soak in the essential oil and carry its fragrance around for several hours to days. The tiny molecules of essential oil travel through your nose into your brain within 20 seconds and start impacting parts of your brain and eventually your entire body within just a few minutes. They can directly stimulate the limbic lobe of the brain and the hypothalamus. The limbic system is directly connected to those parts of the brain that control heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress levels, and hormone balance. So, essential oils can have profound physiological and psychological effects. And the hypothalamus is one of the most important parts of the brain. It controls your body temperature, hunger, thirst, fatigue, sleep cycles. It acts as our hormonal control center and releases hormones that can affect many functions of the body, such as growth hormones, sex hormones, thyroid hormones, and neurotransmitters like serotonin. So, not only can the inhalation of essential oils be used to combat stress and emotional trauma, it can also stimulate production of those hormones. Diffused oils alter the structure of the molecules that create odors rather than just covering them up. They also increase oxygen availability and release natural ozone. Research shows that cold air diffusing certain oils may reduce bacteria, fungus, mold, and unpleasant odors, relax the body, relieve tension, and clear the mind, help with weight management, improve concentration, alertness, and mental clarity, stimulate those neurotransmitters, stimulate secretion of endorphins, growth hormone production and receptivity, um, improve digestive function, improve hormonal balance, relieve headaches. Like, lots of great things. Essential oils are amazing, beautiful, beneficial, and have the added benefit of smelling great. Let's talk about the topical use next. Whatever you put onto your skin absorbs into your bloodstream. If that's chemicals in your lotions and cream, then chemicals are absorbing into your body daily. When used topically, it takes less than a minute for essential oils to enter the bloodstream. If on larger pores, like the bottoms of the feet, about 30 seconds. From there, in less than half an hour, they are in every cell in your body. One drop of essential oil contains millions of tiny molecules, each in different structures that we call compounds or constituents, and each one with a different therapeutic and balancing effect on the body. We have 100 trillion cells in our bodies, but one drop of essential oil contains enough molecules to cover every cell in our bodies. Okay, so what do they do once they get there? Well, they surround the cell and cleanse the receptor sites, helping the body to maintain its balance. Receptor sites are the way your nerves communicate with your brain. They can get built up through daily life just like, the corrosion and buildup around where the cables attach to the battery in your car. Essential oils remove that buildup so your nervous system can make better connections and communicate with your brain the way it's supposed to. Now, where do you apply them? Anywhere except the eyes and inside the ears. I've had oils on pretty much every other part of my body at one time or another. Don't worry about diagrams of where this should go and what body part corresponds to what. It is nice to know about VitaFlex points, spots on your feet that correspond to different systems in your body, but it isn't necessary. Like, don't get tripped up about putting it on the wrong spot or doing it wrong. Just get the oil on your body wherever you feel like putting it. It knows what to do. So if I'm working out and my muscles are sore, I can put oils on them to help my body relax those muscles. If my head is throbbing, I can apply some oils to wherever the discomfort is located. To help my stomach feel better, I can apply some oils there. You get the idea. If I want to support something that isn't localized to a specific area, then I can apply the oils literally anywhere and everywhere except for the eyes and in the ears. Those are the no-go areas. Wherever you decide to put them, the oils will go into the bloodstream and they will help support your efforts at health and wellness. For full body support, like immune support or anything systemic like that, I apply the oils on thin-skinned areas like the back of the neck, the skin behind the ears, and inside of the wrists because the oils can get into your bloodstream more easily on those areas. Along the same lines, a good spot to apply oils is the bottoms of your feet. There are very large pores on the bottoms of the feet, and there are also bundles of nerve endings all over the bottoms of your feet that correspond to different organs and systems of our body. So anything you put on your feet will affect your whole body and even directly impact those corresponding organs and body systems. When you use oils on the skin, most of the time you will want to use a carrier oil. This means something like coconut oil, olive oil, or another full-fat, healthy nut or seed oil. Not canola, soybean, or any other processed oil like that, just the full-fat nut and seed oils. The carrier oil helps your essential oils go further. It helps it to spread, and it protects your skin from developing sensitivity. Because sometimes, depending on the overall health in our gut, our stress levels, other factors like allergies or sensitivities, We might be more sensitive to some oils than to others, and there is potential for them to cause skin reaction, especially if we don't use a carrier oil. So the carrier oil just dilutes the essential oil to reduce that chance of sensitivity and help our bodies absorb and use those molecules effectively. It also helps use fewer drops of essential oil each time because it will spread over a larger area of the body. Essential oils absorb into the skin very quickly, like within seconds. So if your entire back hurts, you would need to use a lot of drops of PanAway to cover that entire area. Or you could just use a few drops of PanAway and add some carrier oil to it and cover the whole area, no problem. One of my favorite ways to use oils topically is to take a bath with them. Just add a few drops of whatever oil you want to Epsom salts and throw it in the tub, fill it with warm water, good to go. It's not something I get to do often, but it's totally worth it when I do. You breathe in the aroma of the oils and they absorb into your skin along with all that magnesium from the Epsom salts. So it's a great way to use them if you get the chance. Something I almost always do with the oils we use frequently and apply often is to make up roller bottles that are already diluted with liquid carrier oil for super easy application. I get empty roller bottles in bulk fractionated coconut oil and labels on Amazon. The roller bottles come with removable caps, so you can add your essential oils, top with carrier oil, then pop in the roller ball, and you're ready to go. And literally, I add maybe a fourth of the bottle is essential oil, and the rest is carrier. Like, you do not have to use a lot of essential oil to get the same effects. One drop gets the same effect as half the bottle, so it's dilute and save your money. We make up roller bottles like this of thieves for the bottom of my toddler's feet, lavender and cedarwood for me to apply before bed, copaiba I've been using on my sciatica. Anything we use on a regular basis, it's the easiest way to use them for me. One last thing about topical use, the citrus oils like lemon, lime, tangerine, orange, bergamot, citrus fresh. I'm forgetting something, but the citrus oils are photosensitive and can make your skin more sensitive to the sun. So if you're going to be outdoors for a long period within 24 hours, make sure you only apply citrus oils to those areas of skin that are going to be covered by your clothing. Okay, now dietary use. This topic gets a little hairy. This is where the online trolls get a little combative. Many people do choose to ingest essential oils. I am one of them. On any given day, I take like 3 to 5 drops of essential oil internally, either in a capsule or as flavoring for a food or beverage. If you're wondering why people would ingest essential oil, just think about, why do people ingest food? It keeps them healthy and happy. It's as simple as that. Sometimes I make a tea, add a drop of thieves and lemon oil, a bit of honey. It's delicious. I find it soothing to my throat, and I know after all my research, it's doing great things to help me maintain health and wellness. We love to cook with oils. They taste amazing. They are so much more potent than dried herbs. So, why grab a dry, barely smelling or tasting herb from a container that's been in my pantry for 2 years when I can grab an essential oil and use a single drop to bring about the same amount of taste and flavor that I'd have to use several teaspoons of the herb to accomplish. Another way to take oils internally is to add them to an empty veggie or gelatin capsule. You can get those at a local health food store, on Amazon, or from Young Living. I don't have any of them in here with me, but the top just pops off of the capsule, and you can just add a few drops of your desired oils to it. I keep a dropper bottle like this filled with olive oil in my kitchen. It's just like this. You just get boop, boop, drops of carrier oil. And so then I just fill the rest of my capsules with that. Adding a carrier oil to your capsule helps with the burps that taste like oils, if you experience that. Not everyone does, but if you do, add carrier to your capsules. Here's the deal about internal usage. It can be so controversial because a lot of people who aren't using Young Living oils look at their oil bottles and see, warning, do not ingest written on it. And if you don't believe that there is a true difference with a Young Living oil versus other companies and their brokered oils, then you might find yourself a little confused with all the conflicting information. There is a lot of fear-mongering that goes on with this issue, so you need to do your own research, know that you trust your essential oil company to be pure, and do what is best for you. If you haven't watched the previous video on the 3 schools of thought on essential oils, the French method of aromatherapy calls for internal use of essential oils, but they also have the biggest emphasis on purity of essential oils and the proper distillation. Young Living's oils can be used no matter what school or method of aromatherapy that you follow, including the French model. The French and other countries have been using essential oils internally for thousands of years. Hundreds of thousands of Young Living members have been using their essential oils internally for more than 20 years. American aromatherapy models are largely British, which focuses on just topical use and is just one of the 3 schools of thought on the matter. So here's my thought on it. You can choose. It is up to you. I have chosen to trust the anecdotal evidence that is, thousands of Young Living members using oils internally and seeing their health radically improve. And I have not seen any of the dangers that I see warned about in blogs and whatnot. But you can absolutely reap the benefits of essential oils even if you don't ingest them. Just apply them topically and diffuse them, and they will still change your life and health for the better. You will, however, be missing out on some amazing guacamole if you don't ingest, but it is up to you. It's up to you to do your research and do what you are comfortable with and what is best for you and your family.